You are listening to the Message Podcast. I'm Connor.
And I'm Nick. Coming from the studios of WCDB Albany, our live show is 2 hours once a week on 90.9 FM.
We're dedicated to bringing you local, national, and global stories from an on-the-edge perspective.
As always, our fade-in theme is Oceans, and the executive music producer is Marsh Sound, so enjoy. Jason Neville is Marsh Sound. Born and raised in the swamps of southern New Jersey, he's been making music for well over a decade. Experienced in instruments ranging from guitar, bass guitar, keyboard, and drums, he now produces electronic music influenced by nature, video games, and other abstract sounds under the alias of Marsh Sound. His music has been written about on blogs and music sites in countries such as Russia and Japan. And for the past year, he has been featured on this radio show, The Message with Muscavage and Murphy, as the executive music director. Here's his interview. Enjoy.
Welcome to the show, Marsh. It's
We played your
finally,
songs
it's
a
about
lot on
time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Yeah, just a little disclaimer. I know Jason from back home. We're from the swampy plains of South Jersey, Burlington, New Jersey. How was the trip up here?
Smooth, nice ride, no traffic.
First time in Albany?
Yes, yep.
How was the scenery?
You know, it's a lot different from where we come from.
Okay. Yeah, it is. We're flatlands.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Two-dimension people.
A little hilly up here.
Yeah, it is a little hilly. So I think how we're going to arrange this is we're going to ask him a few questions about making music and how he got into it, and then maybe play a song or two that he has set up that he's going to play live.
Yeah. So I guess the most obvious first question is, like, how did you get into music in the first place?
Yeah, and when was it?
Oh, man. That was a long time ago.
Where?
It was a long time ago. You know, I guess my dad got me a guitar when I was like 7 or 8. Took lessons, you know, then took drum lessons, then took saxophone lessons, and took keyboard lessons. And, you know, just learned all the instruments I could, but not necessarily got really good at any of them. just enough to get by, you know.
You were pretty good at guitar.
I played in a lot of bands with the guitar, and you know, it's cool, and I still like to play it a lot. But
what kind of bands did you play in with the guitar?
I played in some punk bands and some metal bands and some indie bands. And
do you recall any names?
Oh yeah. There was a couple of them. One was a silly name was All Those Birds.
What does that mean?
You know, like you driving past a field and there's a lot of birds in it.
That one was like more. What was that? Punk or like?
Yeah, that was kind of punky. You know, it was a high school time.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of what everybody listened to in high school, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I wish I still played in bands. That was, you know, it was a lot of fun time.
I guess to build off of that, because that kind of leads right into the next question. So when was the switch that you started making music more electronically, and why did you do that?
I guess towards high school, you know, it was harder to get 4 or 5 guys in the same room together to rehearse songs. So I kind of steered away from that and started making songs by myself, recording keyboard parts and, you know, layering drums over it with drum machines and whatnot.
And what kind of music were you listening to at that point? Because your style of music, you've been making music electronically, it kind of has changed a lot.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, you know, I was still listening to a lot of punk music and, like, hardcore stuff when I started, so I'm sure you can hear a lot of that influence in the early stuff. But
almost like that track "Oceans" that we play on our podcast.
Right.
Yeah, that's like our go-to song for
there's
intro.
Definitely like some double bass drum and stuff like that in there.
So, do you have another song lined up that you might want to play, and then we'll go back to the interview? I think we'll do that.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna play one more from the Climate EP that I released in April of 2014 on Colossus Records out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay,
great stuff. Yeah, welcome back to the show. Once again, that was Marsh Sound, who's sitting in studio with us right now, finally.
Here I am.
What was the name of that song again?
That was called Emerald and Ivory.
Emerald and Ivory off
That's
an
off
LP?
Climate.
Yes.
Great
I
stuff.
just did that clicking thing again with the potometers.
It's all right. It's all right.
Unbelievable.
It's all right. It's a force of habit, honestly.
So
yeah, just
I
to
guess
get back to the interview.
Yeah, to grow off that, have you, or are you signed to a label currently? I guess I should ask.
No, currently unsigned.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of.
What's my question?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
mentioned something that was pretty interesting.
So is Marsh Sound an alter ego, or what is it?
That's a pretty good one. I guess, yeah, somewhat. Yeah, a little bit. You know, I don't really like to show my face when I'm playing.
Yeah, I noticed on one of your album covers you had like a mask on.
What kind of mask do you wear?
I wear a kitty mask, you know.
Nice.
Where did you come up with the name Marsh Sound, and why did you choose that?
Well, you know, I live on top of a big swamp. And I like to hike out there a lot and listen to the birds and stuff. And, you know, you can hear a lot of the natural sounds from back there in a lot of my recordings.
Just like while you're recording, or just like in the samples?
So, you know, I'll go out with a microphone, I'll record, you know, the sound that's going on out there, and then I'll bring it back and put it in a song.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
I noticed
pretty
you've done a few songs based off like pop songs from back in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Like wasn't one of them like Justin Bieber's?
Yeah.
Baby? What was that all about?
I don't know. I guess I was experimenting.
Nice. I mean, it was really good. I liked it. It was
Yeah,
better
cool.
than Justin Alone. I think.
Yeah, I caught some flack for that one, but it's all
Really?
in good fun. Yeah.
That's funny. So I guess, do you want to play? How many songs do you have lined up for us? 3
Oh,
more?
I got 2 or 3 more, whatever you guys feel fit.
Yeah, I guess
Awesome.
we'll play one more. What is this one off of?
This was a single that I put out with Colossus for one of their compilations about a year ago, and I got a guest vocalist from Alabama named Joey who now goes by Giovanni Okami.
How'd you meet her?
Through the
Interweb?
yes.
Okay, very
Nice.
neat. All right, ready? So enjoy this one.
Surrounded by
Surrounded by
Yeah, so once again, another Marsh Sound song. What was the title of that one again?
Well, that one's called Surrounded.
Surrounded, and
that's
that was Joey,
Yes.
Where is she based out of?
Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
Interesting. She had a really good voice, though. She was
Yeah.
really, yeah.
Very talented.
What was, so I guess to continue with the interview, what was your last album and when was that released?
The last album I released was the Climate EP in April of 2014 on Colossus Records.
And I noticed, like, in a lot of your latest albums, it seems like you've been sampling video games, that sort of thing.
Big influence, it's really shining through recently.
Yeah, I mean, you're wearing a Sega Genesis sweatshirt right now.
Yeah, it's almost like you're sponsored by Sega. It's your computer background,
sick.
too. It's your computer background, too.
I
which is
know,
funny.
big Sega junkie.
What are some other influences in your music?
Influences.
I guess
It's a tough one. It is a tough
there's a
one.
lot of nature sounds in a lot of them.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time outdoors. I spend a lot of time playing video games.
Anime, too, probably, then, huh?
Cartoons, animation,
One and one
media.
one put together
Yeah.
creates Marsh Sound.
Yeah.
So I guess to segue off of your last album that we asked you about, what are you working on anything currently, and what's that?
Yes, I'm working on a split with my buddy Mark. You might know him as Pandemonium Beats,
Or
I believe he
PDM
goes by.
Beats.
You're right, yeah, okay.
And we
yeah,
we play him on the show once in a while if you're transitioning between other segments of our show.
Does he make, like, the same sort of music, or?
He makes, he's more of in, like, the hip-hop vein, I guess, but,
Okay.
yeah, very talented guy. He lives pretty close by. So, yeah, we're working on a split, and like you said, it's actually all video game samples, so
Wow.
it'll be a lot of
Yeah.
remixes of, like, classic songs that you probably recognize.
And his
Sounds great.
Actually, I played some songs from his last album, For the Soul, y'all. So I think Connor.
Oh,
you probably
yeah, I remember
that.
him, yeah.
Okay, so
We
I
played
guess-
through so many songs, it's, like, hard to keep track
Yeah,
of
I
some of
know.
them, you know?
And yeah, we're
but-
not even a music show, but
Yeah.
tonight we are.
Tonight we kind of are, yeah.
So
And
I
it's
guess-
great. I think it's going great.
What do you guys have a name for the project?
So far, I think we're just gonna call it Volume 2. We already did the first installment, same thing, all video game samples.
Okay.
We did that about probably like 3 or 4 years ago now.
So do you have a sample for that?
Yeah, I have. We don't have a date of when it's gonna come out, but I do have a few tracks ready. I'll play one of them for you.
And
Great.
This is an unreleased track?
Right.
Unreleased
This
track.
is unreleased. Nobody's heard it before.
Exclusive to the message.
The perks
Yeah.
of knowing Marsh Sound.
All
Great
right, so
stuff.
enjoy this track, the Marsh Sound and Pandemonium split.
Press start to play. Here we go!
Yeah, there you go. That's a unreleased Marsh Sound and Pandemonium track.
Collaboration.
Collaboration track.
Makes for some of the best music. That was a good track. What was it called?
That one's called Another Castle.
Another Castle. Drew heavily on Mario. I
Yes,
saw
sir,
that.
yes.
That was a good track.
Yeah, I guess off of that, are there any musicians who play with sampling like
Did you say magicians?
Not magicians. Are there any magicians out there?
That's what the magician would typically say to the audience.
Right.
Somebody from the audience, please stand up.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think the question was: are there any musicians out there who inspired you?
Yeah, man, that's a hard question. There's so many of them. Man,
What about like a genre of music? Like, what would you classify yourself as?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's a good question. I don't know. I try to stay on my toes and being able to produce all different kinds of music. But I guess as far as inspiring genres go, I love electronic music. Not so much the club scene stuff,
Yeah.
but drum and bass and
Trance stuff. That sort of stuff.
footwork music. And a lot of times I'm listening to classical piano or video game soundtracks. I mean, I listen to it all, and it all. I get something. I take a little bit from everything and get something out of all of it.
Yeah, especially the video game part. That's like it's so nostalgic. I think for both me and Nick. I don't know about you, Nick, but just I remember playing like the N64. I'd heard so many sounds from that last track that was just like Mario jumping and falling and all that crazy stuff.
There's a lot of. Well, you did that one album. What was it called? Curb Squad.
Oh right, yeah. We did a Kirby.
Strictly Kirby sample.
Yeah.
And that was a rap
that's cool.
album.
Yeah, I did that with a buddy. It was kind of a fun little side project.
Did
we
he
did
rap
together.
over it?
Yes, yeah.
Wow, I gotta hear that.
I'll show you some of that some other time, Connor.
NSFW.
Yeah. But I guess, like Connor just previously said, what do you think the future of Marsh Sound is? What kind of things do you have in store in the future? And I guess the longer term future?
Well, I just hope that I can keep making songs and hopefully people will listen to them. As far as shows and albums, I can't say. I have no idea what's going on.
When was the last time you played a live show?
I was doing some weeknight DJing a while ago, but that's as far as it went. I haven't played a live set in a couple of years now, I think.
It's so hard to find like that sound that somebody wants. Like somebody wants, will bring in all the customers. Like like all those dance clubs.
Right.
and
Yeah.
There's like that sound where so many people from the general population just flock to.
Right. And
just because it's like everybody like knows that. But,
yeah. And not only that, I mean the area I'm from is pretty. The scene is pretty, non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's a lot of country music down there and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Even though it's in Jersey, which is I don't know.
It's
I don't know if I'm making a leap, but Jersey's not.
It's called the Garden State for the reason. Really, there's a lot of gardens and farms.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
You can vouch for that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So now we have two people with evidence, I guess.
So, are you still releasing singles? And like, when was the last single you released?
Yeah. I've pretty much only been working on singles just to kind of keep myself relevant, on the web, So.
Yeah. Were you just featured on a Russian blog or?
Yeah, I've been doing mixes here and there for radios, and whatnot. But yeah, I released a song about a month ago called Water Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's one of my favorite songs so far, I think.
Do you want to play that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to.
Awesome.
I think we're gonna play one last track by Marsh Sound. That's
How about a couple, just in case?
All right, fine. We'll play a couple. We might play another one when we come back from Water Temple. So, yeah, I think that was the end of the interview. So thank you for coming on, Marsh Sound.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
thanks
you
a
so
lot,
much,
guys.
Marsh.
Glad you finally made it up. It was something that the Messes has wanted to do for a little while now.
Oh, I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, so here's Water Temple.
For every Message podcast episode we put up to our YouTube channel, we always thank our de facto music producer Marsh Sound for the plethora of contributions he's made to our show. Well, once again, we are thanking him not only for the music, but for sitting down to talk about said music in this, our 6th podcast episode, and our first podcast episode of 2016. A reminder that you can follow developments having to do with Marsh at his Bandcamp listed in the description below. And also another reminder that the live version of The Message will be returning in just a short couple of weeks as Nick and I enter our final semester of undergraduate study, so stay tuned for that.